Hello students, welcome to Smart World School of Complete Education. Today we are going to cover chapter number 16 from English, that is the Seven Sisters. What is Seven Sisters? Do you have any idea? Well, the Seven Sisters is referred to the seven states of the Northeast India, which are isolated from the rest of the world, and they are still unexplored. And so they each of these states in the story have narrated or introduced themselves. Let's begin with the chapter. Hello everyone, have you guessed who we are? We are the Seven Sisters of Northeast India, still unexplored, isolated territories to most of you and the rest of the world. Our sister Sikkim lies to the north, but we, our Seven Sisters, are contiguous to each other. Contiguous matlab they are attached to each other. They can't be separated. We are famous for our natural beauty, lush forests, wild animals, as well as our colorful customs, traditions, and jewelry, exotic flowers, and a unique dance and music. Nature Lovers has designated a whole area as one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. So, all seven sisters have been designated as the biodiversity hotspots of the world because they are so unique in their natural beauty. So the first one is Arunachal Pradesh. It is also known as the land of rising sun and the land of dawn-lit sun. The people here are simple and hospitable. Hospitable means they have a warm and welcoming nature for their visitors. They belong to many tribes speaking their own languages. So the people here do not belong to a single religion or a tribe. They are mixed tribes and they speak their own languages. Their diets are largely made up of rice and meat and fish and many green vegetables, and popular dish is momos. Momos are steamed buns with meat or vegetable stuffing. I hope many of you love momos. So, I am a nature lover's heaven. I land in spotted with monasteries, lush green forest, lakes. So, the land is known for its monasteries, lush green forests, lakes, waterfalls, and deep river valleys. Tape Noru are the limestone caves for present here, and there are forest reserves also for the variety of wildlife that it houses. They also have a 4-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang, and there they enjoy cultural festivals at Zero. And Nabdhampa, the tiger project, is also going on there amongst the life sanctuaries and natural parks that are present there, which houses very rare animals which you will find only in that regions. And it is all India's first orchid sanctuary is also present in Arunachal Pradesh itself. The second is Assam. Assam is also known as Ahom, and it is between the valleys of Brahmaputra and Barak River, and it is the gateway of Seven Sisters. Like, you'll enter through Assam to the Seven Sisters, which are connected to each other. Again, the people here are also very warm and welcoming, and you can enjoy the cuisine which has own distinctive aromas and flavors. It is known for its artistic heritage, exotic dance and forms, and elegant temples. The river ensures that the territory is lush and fertile with wetlands and orchards, teas, estates, and national parks. And Manas National Park are World Heritage Site. Kaziranga and Manas National Park, you must have all heard about it. And also the Assam tea is very famous. So the Brahmaputra is Assam's lifeline, Brahmaputra river, and the land is also rich in petroleum and natural gas, coal, limestone, and other minerals. So it is rich in minerals also. My hand-woven silks are exquisite with natural colors and designs. They say our women weave fairy tales on their looms. Assam silk is a very famous fabric. Iri, Muga, Pat are the most sought after silks in the world. Like everybody desires of wearing these silks, and they are exclusively found here and woven here. I am known as the land of fairs and festivals. The major festival of Assam is Bihu. Cane and bamboo are the inseparable parts of my life, and traditional sunshade and mass are also like, as visitors you can have their traditional sunshades and masks, also known as jappi, and ahom palaces. Ahom is another name for Sikkim, as we learned right now, so it is also famous for its palaces. Further is Meghalaya. Meghalaya is the capital city, Shillong, or Scotland of the East. It is also known as. People speak English, Kashi, Panar, and Garo, and it is a beautiful place and very green and alive. It is known for the numerous lakes, waterfalls, undulating hills, caves, sacred forests, and exotic flora and fauna, and fascinating. And jhum or shifting cultivation is also one of the main activity practiced here. There are many lovely mountains and valleys and highlands and plateaus, rock formations, which are rich in minerals again, like Assam. And Cherrapunji or Mawson Rum is the wettest place on the earth, which is present in Meghalaya, and also the sacred groves and forests. And there are several national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Krem Liat Pra, which is the longest cave, and Sairang Pamyang, which is the deepest cave. So it is also a historic place for caves, and panoramic view of Bangladesh is also enjoyed from this place. And Pine Fresh Mountain stayed during the Wangan festival in autumn. This their famous festival is Wangala, which is celebrated in autumn. Another of them is Manipur, and it is the fourth sister, and he is proud of the jewel. It is also known as the jewel of Mother India, and its nicknames are Kanglepak and Sonalepak. Capital is Impahal, and many people belong to Meitei ethnic group and speak Meitei Manipuri language. I have the credit of introducing polo to the Europeans. So this state introduced polo to the Europeans. Polo is a sport. My people's staple diet consists of rice, fish, and large variety of leafy vegetables, both aquatic and terrestrial. So we have noticed up till now that the cuisine pattern is same in all the states. Usually rice, fried fish, and green leafy vegetables are taken as their diets, and they also use aromatic herbs and roots that are peculiar to the state. And they are blessed with amazed flora and fauna. Flora means the vegetation, plant life, and fauna means the animal life or wildlife. And they are host to rare endemic plant and animal life here. Endemic means that the plants or animals are exclusively found there only. Kebul Lamjao National Park are abode of rare and endangered species of brow antler deer. Ecosystem contains 17 rare species of mammals, which are again endemic to the place, and it is the only floating national park of the world. So another important key point, that it holds the only floating national park of the world. You should come to see the Loktak Lake and floating islands. Our Manipuri dance, their Manipuri dance is very famous. Classical dances of India and the folk dances of tribal people captivate the beholders with exotic customers and simple but graceful rhythm. So you can also witness Tangta or Sarak, Manipuri martial art form. Then another one is Mizoram. Mizoram is also known as the land of hill people, and people here referred to as Kuki. And the state is rich in lush green hills, sheer cliffs, serene lakes and waterfalls, and rolling hills stretch across the hundreds of miles, and plains and paddy fields, bamboo groves, like naturally beautiful. But mostly people don't visit here, maybe because it is very evacuated from the country. The natural beauty here is exquisite. Exquisite means that it is exclusively found here and found nowhere else. Aizawl is the capital and its scenic location is captivating. Tualarang River Valley is situated here. The museum in the heart of the city, Zarakwa, portrays culture of Mizoram with a splendid collection of costumes, artifacts and historical relics. The Palak Lake is in Mizoram and covers 30 hectares or 74 acres. Champai, with its fertile vineyards, is known for the fruit bowl of Mizoram, and it is also host to numerous species of birds, wildlife, and flora. You can also visit 2 national parks and 6 wildlife sanctuaries that it houses, and the official language is Mizo. Nagaland, one of the smallest states of India, called the Switzerland of the East, and land of folklore passed down through generations with music as integral part of life. Exquisitely picturesque landscapes, the vibrant and colorful sunrise and sunset, lush verdant flora made up of land, unimaginably beautiful. Its capital is Kohima, and Mount Saramati is the highest peak with a height of 3840 meters, and its range forms a natural barrier between Nagaland and Burma. There are over 16 tribes and sub-tribes that inhabit the exotic hill state of Nagaland, and it is very rich and famous in costumes, jewelry, and beads that adorn them. And today, many of my young people had ventured into. So, the state is known for its jewelries, colorful, intricately designed costumes, etc., etc., and therefore, many young fashion trends and designs are picked up from here only. So much so, also a paradise, also known as a paradise of fashion designing. People refer me as the affluent fashion state of the East. Also, rock climbing, trekking, jungle camping, etc., etc., rock sports are also happen here from time to time. There are also many subtropical rainforests and also abundance of medicinal herbs. It is also known as the falcon capital of the world. The great Indian hornbill is one of the most famous birds found here. Nagas by nature are lovers of fun and frolic, and life is a long festival here. So it is a state of fun, fashion, and music. Further, it is the festival that is celebrated here is the Great Hornbill Festival. Next is Tripura. It is the third smallest state in the country, bordered by Bangladesh. Tripura means 3 cities and also near water. Some scholars also believe that the name Tripura was taken because once a king named Tripur ruled here. And the land has 3 distinct geographical zones. First, the hill regions, which run from north to south. Second, the undulating plateau land. And third, the low-lying alluvial plains. Many rivers nourish the land and sustain the activities of the people there. Chief rivers are Gumti and Muhuri and Feni. Rice, cotton, coke, borax, Kuri people are the major group among the many tribes and sub-tribes that live there. Bengali and Manipuri people have coexisted in peace harmony with the people of Tripura for generations. It is difficult to access one major road or highway that connects the state, but still, if people visit here, it is a very beautiful place to admire. Agartala is the capital city, and people usually attracted by the archaeological tourism and ecotourism. Its lush green tea gardens and wildlife sanctuaries are must visit. The Neer Mahal is a gorgeous red and white water palace emptying by shimmering on its own island in the lake of Rudrasagar. People of all communities and tribes participate in the state festival like Gariya, Durga Puja, Buddh Purnima, Karachi, Paus, Sankranti, Biju and Christmas are all kinds of festivals that are being celebrated here. So it's a must visit place, and the folk dances and other museums and historical temples will enthrall you. So we learn from the chapter that the 7 states, though they are not connected to the country and they are like evacuated from the country as they lie to the extreme northeast, but they are extremely beautiful in their natural beauty and their own customs and traditions.